गाइस नवनीतिया बैक विद अनदर फ्रेग्रेंस वीडियो। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं 5 समर फ्रेग्रेंसेस की, और ये सारे समर फ्रेग्रेंसेस टॉप फ्रेग्रेंसेस हैं, मतलब डिज़ाइनर फ्रेग्रेंसेस हैं। ऑल ऑफ दीज विल बी फ्रेश फ्रेग्रेंसेस, सो बिट क्रीमी बिट यस टेक्सचराइज फ्रेग्रेंसेस रहेंगे, बट एसेंशियली पांचों फ्रेग्रेंसेस आपके समर के लिए है। सो स्टार्ट करते हैं नंबर 1 फ्रेग्रेंस से, एंड विच हैज़ बीन माई पर्सनल फेवरेट, और जो फ्रेग्रेंस मैं पिछले 2 सालों से यूज़ करते आ रहा हूँ, एंड दैट इज़ वर्साचे Pour Homme. Now Versace Pour Homme has been one of the OGs, the best fragrance in the market, because this is typical summer fragrance. Summer में अगर आपको जैसे fragrance performance चाहिए वैसा summer fragrance है ये. This is very fresh, मतलब till the core it is very fresh. आपको कभी भी इसे डिसअपॉइंटमेंट नहीं होगी. दिस वन फ्रेग्रेंस विल गेट यू अ लॉट ऑफ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स एज वेल. ओकेजन्स आप इसे ऑफिस में पहन सकते हैं, आप इसे आफ्टर जिम पहन सकते हैं, आप समर में इसे एसेंशियली कोई भी टाइम में पहने, यू विल स्टिल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स. मतलब बहुत ही लाइट फ्रेग्रेंस है, उतना हैवी नहीं है, तो इसका हिट ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं आता, बट प्रोजेक्शन वाइज इट इज़ गुड. लॉन्गेटिविटी वाइज येस इट फेल्स इन लॉन्गेटिविटी, बट ओवरऑल फेल मतलब स्टिल 5+ hours ऑफ लॉन्गेटिविटी इन दिस फ्रेग्रेंस. द पॉइंट इज़ दैट एट दिस कॉस्ट 5+ hours ऑफ लॉन्गेटिविटी इज़ नॉट वॉट यू एक्सपेक्टिंग, बिकॉज इसका कॉस्ट बहुत ज़्यादा है. सो इसके लिए अगर आपको इसका एक ऑल्टरनेटिव चाहिए, दैट इज़ ड्रीमर. आई हैव बीन टॉकिंग अबाउट ड्रीमर इन ऑलमोस्ट मोस्ट ऑफ माई वीडियोज़. दैट इज़ बिकॉज दिस फ्रेग्रेंस इज़ रियली वन गुड फ्रेग्रेंस. मतलब अगर आप खरीदने सोच रहे हो तो आप बिल्कुल खरीदो ये फ्रेग्रेंस के लिए. दिस इज़ राइट नाउ प्लेस्ड एट 410 rupees. You can get a sample of 8 ml for like free, but if you want the 30 ml you'll have to pay around 400 rupees for the fragrance. But this is one good fragrance. This will truly not disappoint you. This is a very good clone. मतलब साइड बाई साइड मैंने कंपेरिजन किया है. अगर आपने वो वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो मैं लिंक में ऐड कर दूंगा, आप वो भी देख सकते हो. दिस हैज़ ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द नोट्स, बस थोड़ा स्टार थोड़ा सिंथेटिक है, बट सी जब प्राइस आपको 400 रुपीज़ में दे रहा है ये सेम फ्रेग्रेंस, सो सिंथेटिक होना लाजमी है, बिकॉज ओवरऑल दिस फ्रेग्रेंस इज़ very budgeted, very affordable. So that was at number 5 or at number 1. So that was at number 1 because this is my personal favorite fragrance. So that was at number 1. We have Versace Pour Homme. Next on we have Versace Pour Homme's clone, or Versace Pour Homme is a clone of that. You tell me in the comment section. And this is Chanel's Allure Homme Sport. Now Allure Homme Sport gained a lot of popularity. People say that both of these fragrances are similar. In some way or the other, yes, similar है, but overall this is much more creamy notes है, इसमें वनीला का यूज़ है, इसमें नहीं है. So essentially Versace Pour Homme is the fresh part of Chanel Allure Homme Sport. साइड बाई साइड कंपेरिजन भी करेंगे इसका फ्रेग्रेंस का, सो उसका वीडियो किसी और बनाएंगे. अभी के लिए Chanel Allure Homme Sport का अगर आप क्लोन ढूंढ रहे हैं या एक ऑल्टरनेटिव ढूंढ रहे हैं, सो you can go with Hydro. So there are 2 clones. One is Bachelor from the brand Pandora Scents, and that will cost you around 1400 rupees for 100 ml. So that looks very similar to the bottle, and that is one good clone. Apart from that, you have another clone that is from Project Alternative. This is Hydro. Now Hydro is not a clone of Chanel Allure Homme Sport, it is a clone of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Extreme. So a much more versatile version of Chanel Allure Homme Sport is Allure Homme Sport Extreme. एसेंशियली मतलब ये फ्रेग्रेंस बहुत ही अच्छा आपको मतलब स्टार्ट में प्रोजेक्शन देगा. दिस स्मेल्स वेरी फ्रेश. It has some mint used in the top. Apart from that, I think personally he has added some few accords of his own, which makes the perfume last even much longer. So इसका lasting आपको मिलेगा around 4 to 5 hours, and इसका lasting आपको मिलेगा 9+ hours. So 9+ hours of lasting for the original bottle, but the original bottle is a tad bit more expensive. If you have an alternative, first try the alternative and then decide whether you have to go with that fragrance. Because essentially a lot of people say that both of these fragrances are same, Versace Pour Homme and that, but yes, there is some difference. That is because of the layering. So that is a bit more creamier, a bit more texturized. ज़्यादा texture है उसमें, ज़्यादा gravitas hold करता है वो fragrance essentially. So that is at number 2. At number 3 we have a fragrance which is the best return on investment. So if you are a business major student, if you are a commerce student, and if you want a return on investment kind of fragrance, आपको value based pricing ज़्यादा पसंद है, so this is one value based product, and that is Nautica Voyage. बहुत ही cheap है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा cheap है. आपको ये 1500 रुपीज़ में बॉटल मिल जाएगा. I bought the 50 ml. This is a 2006 edition, 2007 edition. So I bought the 50 ml of that for 1200 rupees. You can get the 1500 for the 100 ml, which is the newer edition. So the main difference is the metal cap. So इसमें metal cap है, उसमें plastic cap है. Plus this is a bit more thick. This is a bit more, has some cucumber notes apart from the green apple notes in that fragrance. So उसमें आपको green apple का ज़्यादा essence मिलेगा. That has been reformulated. मतलब Nautica Voyage के fragrances reformulate हुए हैं over the years. This is good again, and that is equally good. Go and buy any of these fragrances. Now both of these fragrances will cost you around this is right now, I don't know if this is in stock. If it will be, I'll be adding a link of this as well. Otherwise I'll add the link of the 100 ml, which will cost you around 1500 rupees. So an alternative for that would be the Great White Sale. Now the Great White Sale is an alternative from Project Alternative. Again, this is a good clone of Nautica Voyage. He has added his own accords in this fragrance again, and I feel somewhere this performs good. But see, if you can get this is very cheap. First off, you get 100 ml for 1500 rupees. You get 300 for 300 rupees. You get 20 ml. So roughly, if you do the maths, you'll see both of them. मतलब दोनों के prices almost similar है. This will cost you 1500 as well as this will cost you 1500 for 100 ml bottle. So if you can go for this fragrance, go for this fragrance because this is the original, and clone is much better because ठीक है उसमें accords डाले हैं उन्होंने अपने. But if you can get the original Nautica Voyage, you will be much happier because original की बात अलग होती है. Plus इस category में एक और fragrance fall करता है, and I feel the category they share the same category, but कैटेगरी के अलावा आई डोंट थिंक दे शेयर द सेम नोट्स. नोट्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट. बट अगर आपको एक फ्रेश लाइट्स फ्रेग्रेंस चाहिए, यू वांट समथिंग मोर वैल्यू बेस्ड, सो दैट दिस इज़ वन गुड फ्रेग्रेंस, दैट इज़ Eros. So you can get it for 199 at Smitten right now. And this has the top notes of this fragrance is different from that. It has cucumber, it has green apple, but this has more of lemon and aloe vera. So lemon and aloe vera based fragrance है, but essentially category इसलिए share करता है because both of them are light to the skin. First off, secondly, both of them are the freshest perfume in the market, which are cheap. So this is super cheap. Yes, this is very fresh. मतलब बहुत ही ज़्यादा fresh है. It is also has some green notes, so it can be a bit more green. Base इन दोनों का similar है because base में इसका भी musk है और इसके भी base में musk है. Musk का use है. Musk का अच्छा काम इसके base में. So essentially you can appreciate this fragrance as well. They do not share the same DNA. मतलब क्लोन नहीं है, ऑल्टरनेटिव नहीं है, बट दिस कुड बी समथिंग विच यू कैन गो फॉर इफ़ यू वांट अ फ्रेश काइंड ऑफ फ्रेग्रेंस. सो फ्रेश के लिए दिस इज़ वन गुड ऑल्टरनेटिव फ्रॉम फ्रेग्रेंस एंड बियॉन्ड. एंड ओवरऑल यू कैन स्टिल गेट द Nautica Voyage because I personally will tell you this is one cheap fragrance which you can buy for 1500 rupees and you can use it for the next, like ये फ्रेग्रेंस ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ समर के लिए रिस्ट्रिक्टेड है. समर में ये इसका परफॉर्मेंस और भी ज़्यादा खिल के आता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि विंटर में और स्प्रिंग में परफॉर्म नहीं करेगा, विंटर में परफॉर्म करेगा, स्प्रिंग में परफॉर्म करेगा, बट समर में दिस इज़ अ टिपिकल ओरिजिनल. मतलब इसका यूज़ जो है वो समर के लिए ज़्यादा अच्छा है बिकॉज समर में यू वांट दैट मोर फ्रेशनेस, आफ्टर शावर काइंड ऑफ स्मेल, नॉट द चीप वंस. If you want something more premium, something more elite, and yet at a very good budget. So this is like very affordable, value based fragrance है. मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ इसीलिए because if you buy this fragrance you won't regret it because आपको ऐसा नहीं लगेगा कि आपने बहुत ज़्यादा पे किया इस fragrance के लिए because every ounce of that fragrance is worth it. It is definitely worth the money and I'll suggest you that. Both fragrance is we have that is Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense. Now Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense is one good fragrance. Now I personally like this a lot and that is because this fragrance has given me a lot of compliments. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा compliments मिलेंगे Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense से. So essentially they launched Dolce Gabbana Light Blue, then they launched the Intense version. Alternative ढूंढने में बहुत दिक्कत हुई थी. I found an alternative that is Enchanted. Now that was an alternative of Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense. जैसे ये this is for men. There is a bottle which is for women. You have seen that square bottle, right? Or sorry, that rectangle bottle. So that is for women. The basic difference is in the middle इसके थोड़ा spicy notes है और उसके middle में थोड़ा सा floral notes है. That is the main difference. उसका अगर आप क्लोन ढूंढ रहे हो for the women version you can get Enchanted from the brand Pandora Sense. Again that will cost you around 1400 rupees. But इसका क्लोन अभी तक मुझे मिला नहीं है as per se from Pandora Sense. But yes, there is another clone and I don't know if that is right now at stock. I don't have that. I've ordered it yet though, but अभी तक डिलीवर नहीं हुआ है and that is freshly intense. Now I don't know how good a clone that is, इसलिए मैं कुछ कमेंट्स नहीं दूंगा उस पर. बट मे बी इन द नेक्स्ट कमिंग वीक आई गेट दैट फ्रेग्रेंस एंड देन आई मेक another video for an entire separate video for Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense because this fragrance needs more than just one video. तो उस वीडियो में साइड बाई साइड कंपेयर कर लेंगे दोनों फ्रेग्रेंसेस को एंड वी विल बी सीइंग वेदर फ्रेशली इंटेंस इज अ गुड ऑल्टरनेटिव. राइट नाउ दैट इज द ओनली ऑल्टरनेटिव ऑफ Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense in India. So you can get other alternatives from Medina and those all brands, but I personally wouldn't prefer that because that is either in the other format or the pocket perfume format और वो इतना अच्छा नहीं परफॉर्म करता. Lastly we have talked about fresh fragrances. एक फ्रेग्रेंस है जो मतलब बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छा फ्रेग्रेंस है, that is Aquaporin Tonic. Now this is the master fragrance. मतलब I personally love this fragrance. A lot of you might already have heard of Bulgari's Amara. So yes, this fragrance shares the skeleton of Amara. This has a heavy use of seaweed in this. So this is a typical tropical based fragrance. Tropical fragrances as in अगर आपको beach vibe चाहिए, if you want to smell like Poseidon, if you want to smell like Aquaman, this is the fragrance for you because इसमें heavy use है seaweed का and that is the reason this fragrance becomes very smooth. At the same time this has that marine note. So if you want something more beach kind of smell, this has that fragrance. This fragrance has that. It has all the essential elements. Apart from seaweed, there is pink salt and whatnot. So this could be one good fragrance for you guys. That is Aquaporin Tonic. And if you cannot get this fragrance right now, I don't know whether this is available. I have been having this for a very long time, but if you want an alternative to this, you can go for Amara. Amara is one good fragrance again, and that is a very good popular fragrance. So इसका alternative मुझे अभी तक नहीं मिला है, but overall I think that if you want to go for this fragrance, you need to remember that this is a typical beach kind of fragrance. ऐसे आपका normal setting में उतना अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. Essentially sea salt. So if you want to smell like sea salt, if you want to smell like seaweed, if you want to smell like the beach, you have Amara and Marine Tonic as well. So Marine Tonic is one good fragrance. I bought it for very cheap because there was some sale. And lastly, if you don't want to invest in any 5 of these fragrances, and if you want just one fragrance which rules all of them, that would be Alexa White. Now I've already made a video of Alexa White as well, but Alexa White never fails to surprise you, because this is sweet. At the same time, this shares its notes from Dior Sauvage. It has some notes of Chanel. It has some notes of Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense. So it is essentially amalgamation of 5 to 6 fresh perfumes. You bring all of them together. You bring Bleu de Chanel, you bring Creed Aventus, and you mix up all of them, and you have Alexa White. This is a clone of Jeremy's Office for Men, and this is therefore the occasion is Office for Men is you wear it to offices, right? So this was the 6th fragrance. I have talked about 5 fragrances. This was the 6th fragrance, a bonus fragrance. Guys, I want to talk about all other fragrances as well. So I'll be making a part 2 of this video. If you want something more fresh, if you want something more summer based, you go for any of these 5 fragrances, or not, you go with this. Lastly guys, I hope you like the video today, and I'll be soon making a video of my personal favorite fragrances from the brand Project Alternative. So some of the fragrances have really been awesome, and I really appreciate that. Also guys, I think that this fragrance has run out of stock, the Great White Sale. I have one bottle with me extra. If any one of you need that, do let me know in the comment section down below, or do one thing, you connect with me on Instagram. I have one extra bottle, so I'll be more than happy to spare that and give it to someone if they want that. But guys, I have only one bottle, so yes. And others, you can go and buy the Nautica Voyage if that is not available, because essentially both of them are equally priced. So 1500 for the alternative and 1500 for the original fragrance. So if that is the case, go and buy the original fragrance. So summing up the video, I hope all of you like the reviews today. No, this is not a review. I hope all of you like the perfumes which I talked about today. Guys, you can watch other videos in my channel as well. So there is I'll be making a category in the later, like when I've pushed on another 20 30 videos. Right now you can watch other videos if you want. I'll be making more of these kind of videos. If you want that, do let me know in the comment section down below, guys. And guys, I hope all of you have a good day ahead. Signing off, Navneet, and I hope all of you smell better.